I'm making the marinade for my barbecue ribs. Put a little bit of that doomed hot sauce in there. Fucking yeah. Okay. A little bit of that. Some Worcestershire sauce. My bruh. It's gonna be fire. Okay, a lot of Worcestershire sauce. Lemon juice, bruh. Can't forget lemon juice. Gotta be careful. It's like mixing chemicals. Just put a little bit in there. Put a little bit in there. A little bit. This is the sauce for the ribs. A whole lot of this. That's what I found in Mom's house, but it'll do. Where is the fork? Here it is. I steal these forks, man. I own these forks now. They're my forks, bitch. Oh, I gotta balance this just right. I don't Bill. Stir. I was showing you my secret. Steal my shit, I sue you. Now I'm stirring sauce. What up? Stirring that sauce. Oh yeah. This is the shit, all right. It's kind of spicy, not too spicy. I'm not at Armstrong's. Tammy's about to taste doomed hot sauce. A triple action blend to help reduce urges to urine. Mom, here, taste this shit. Taste it. Don't rub your eyes though.
Don't put that on it. Put it on yours.
It's not that hot.
It's hot. It's hot. But I will not be able to eat it. Would you put that off? And I need your help.
Okay. I can handle it.
Put it on out.
Alright. Should I put the sauce right here for right now? Anyway, I'll show you. Does it taste good though?
No. I can't stand it. It's hot.
Are you about to cough or puke?
Okay. I got it now. Never mind.
Woman ain't even that hot.
Hot for me.
Grandpa survived the war. He can handle it.
No. Dylan, do you hear me?
Okay.
Do for you what you want to do for you. Do that to us because we're not going to handle it.
Okay, when do you want me to work on the yard?
I'll give you the chores in a minute. Go get your barbecue started first.
How do I do that?
Well, there should be lighter fluid around here somewhere.
I don't see lighter fluid, man.
Come on, I gotta do this before I do anything else. Here, go empty that. Go pour that. Hurry.
Oh my God, that is just good.
That is just good. Is that a what?
Is that just good?
God, I can't stand that. That is too hot, Dylan. You can't handle it.
Campfire.
You really can't handle just a little bit raw.
Whatever you put in there, I can't handle it. It's too hot.
Why don't you make yourself at home? Too late for supper. Supper over. Done. Here's the rest of your party.
Why my mom being such a bitch? Because I just fed her
Just
juice.
put some Worcestershire sauce on ours.
Okay, fine. Don't get fancy. You won't taste it because it's gonna cook through anyway.
Stand it right now. My tongue is burning.
Here, mister.
I'm handling it just fine.
Good for you.
Go drink some water, pussy.
You want me to accept differences in you. You accept differences in me.
I can't accept someone that weak is in my gene
So
pool.
bad.
Okay, what is it you want me to do?
Go get the meat started and then I'll give you the tools.
Okay, how do I get the... Where is the lighter fluid?
I don't know. Look at the...
Where's the lighter to the grill?
Go look. Go look.
Where's the... I'm gonna let you look, okay? I'm going to my room,
I'm trying
nigga.
to take care of that.
Okay. Bruh.
Give me one of those things. I'm gonna eat one. Turn in my mouth. Something.
She's crazy, real talk, man.
You look for me.
I'll burn you down right where you stand. Nobody talks to me that way. Yes.
Okay, Gordon Hayfoot. Yo, Tammy. Why you always gotta dick ride me all the time? Why you always gotta get on my ass? I mean, they both sore right now, I'm telling you.
I'm not bothering you. Why are you bothering me?
No, I'm just asking you. Why you on my ass?
Just ask me and go home.
Yeah, you that can't handle a little bit of hot sauce.
Doesn't matter. Leave me alone about it. I told you what I want. Last time you got over it.
Why did you dip your fingers in it, though? You're gonna hurt your eyes. I told you not to.
No, I'm not putting my... You didn't bring it to me.
I had a fork in the thing. You could have licked it off the
Why are
fork.
you worrying about it? Go on, waste your time.
Does I worry that you're gonna burn your eyes?
I'll wipe my hands with that. Baby wipe already.
Okay, I'll wait till you get the grill started, Mom.
No, I'm not ready. You start the grill.
Well, find the shit I need to start the grill with.
I don't need to look.
No, fuck it. We'll just bake the grill. Just fucking,
Whatever. I'm not gonna. Do a work for myself.
Well, I'm asking you a simple question. Where is all that shit?
So look in my...
Where? I know, Broken God. I've been laying down the rules, man. I've been smoking in my room like a good fucking boy. I've been doing all this shit. Fuck Tammy. Can't handle a little bit of fucking doomed hot sauce. That shit tasted like fine culinary cooking. Man. That shit tastes like Gordon Ramsay just made a fucking plate of rib sauce, you know? She just wants Worcester on her ribs. Worcestershire, whatever, man. What's with that shit? Why she gotta run my nuts? Why she gotta fucking be a bitch? Bitch want Worcester. Bitch want Worcestershire sauce. Bitch wants fucking wood. I can't even pronounce Worcester. Fuck pronouncing that word. Fuck that shit. Sure, I eat what I fucking cook. Damn. If I had some damn cigarettes, damn, I'd be smoking wherever I want right now. I don't got no cigarettes anymore. I gotta go back to work on like fucking Tuesday, man. She's worried because it might hurt Grandpa, which I agree. I should put doomed on his, but my God, when you cook meat and you put that in sauce, nah, that's my grandpa. I can't do that to him. I mean, doomed is good and all, but damn. Oh man, I can't do that to my grandpa. Bro, no, I can't. Bro. He's too old for that shit. That old man is too old for doomed hot sauce. Bro. I'm not gonna fucking... That is 666 million skull volts. My forehead is burning where I rub my forehead. Where I open the sauce bottle and then I rub my forehead afterwards. That is 666 million skull volts. I cannot do that to... I will not do that to an old man. Unless he deserves it. And he does not. That bro, he fought in the war and everything, man. What's with you, man? That's some sick shit, dude. No, I'm not doing that to my grandfather. I may do that to my mother. And I did do it to my mother. She's whining. Ah, he's too high. Ah. Oh, she's going to be crying real quick when she rubs her eyes. I can't see for days. Oh, what's the mess in this house? Ah, I broke my neck on a fucking... No. Gordon, he did not. But, like, oh my God, man, bruh. Let's do a tarot reading. Who wants to do a tarot reading? I got tarot cards. Bruh, because I asked to come home for a bit. Because my mom needed me to look after Grandpa on Monday. Bruh. Because that's my granddad. I think so. No. So until that bitch finds that shit, I ain't gonna do anything else. Except yard work.
I got these liquor soaked donuts from Canada. It's a company called Benet. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. I got iced cider and whiskey and coffee. This smells dangerous. Just glazed, glossed. This is wild. It's like a rum cake. The donut is soaked to the core, but there's still like a little bit of dryness in there somewhere. It reminds you of like those gas station donuts, a little bitty 8-pack or 6-pack, and I hope you can see that pool of liquor in there. She'll continue your eyes. It's like a spiked corn syrup. It's good. Some ice cream, whiskey and coffee. I'm a whiskey guy. I keep my boy Jack Daniels close. Very mild coffee smell. Ooh, this one heavy. This one is a thick girl. Boy, that's the one.
Mom, if you come in my room, I'm jerking off right now.
People with this one. Oh, guys, it's almost falling apart. It's like
What?
a coffee drink in donut form. That
What?
is
Was
pretty
that
wild.
lip?
This is pretty wild. If you go
Bitch, was that lip? Do I need to come over and slap you?
So have a translator ready. I got these liquor-soaked donuts from Canada. It's a couple.
Yeah, Doom's hot sauce would be good on ribs. You know why? Because it adds the spiciness it needs. But yeah, that's my excuse to not let mom come in here no matter what. Oh man, Dirk. Woman exposes her Freemason's father's dark secrets. Hell yeah, I'm watching that shit.
Hey there, are you doing online surveys to pay for gas, other small expenses, or your monthly subscription?
And to make good men great, it promises that it operates off principles of generosity, respect, and honor. If you ask any Mason about the craft, this is most likely what they will tell you. But is it true, or is this what they want you to believe? Over the years, I have dedicated a lot of my time to finding the truth about Masonry. What I discovered directly goes against everything they claim to be. And according to the owner of a Freemason, they aren't at all.
Yeah, I want to draw more
As
mushrooms.
she admits, the organization is far more sinister than most people know. Hey guys, I hope all is well. Welcome back to The Truth Is, where I drop new videos every other day exposing the truth. In today's episode, we will be talking about a daughter of a Freemason who exposed her.
Some say me drawing mushrooms is like another drawing of a dick, but it's not.
The Freemasons
It's a
claim
mushroom.
to be this honorable organization, but my research states otherwise.
You know why I like
They
mushrooms?
claim to just be a
Because you can get high
brotherhood
off of
to
them.
better themselves. They don't
And
ever tell you
Mario,
what this brotherhood
you know,
is doing to achieve that. The
let's just say
Freemasons is
Mario
a
does Mario.
organization that practices a form of witchcraft called ceremonial magic. At their lodges, they perform ancient rituals with esoteric principles.
I might draw a Springtrap for my girlfriend though.
Masonry is all about
One of them, she's into Springtrap. I don't know why. It's freaky, but I love it.
Knowledge they have kept to themselves. Knowledge that only the 30th degrees and higher have access to. One of the many lies the Masons tell is that Masonry is somehow.
I'm gonna try to draw a
Christian
fucking
organization.
mushroom on my
This
fucking
is an utter
phone.
lie. Not only do Masons accept members of any religion, but one of the most important Masons in history, seen as a Masonic leader, Albert Pike, admitted Masonry sees Lucifer as their leader. This is obvious, as Lucifer in the Bible was who guided Adam and Eve to the forbidden knowledge. The same knowledge the Masons are claiming to have tapped into to better themselves and make themselves as gods. The occult goes directly against God in every way. These Freemasons are occultists. That already contradicts everything they claim about being attached to Christianity. Masons claim they aren't up to anything nefarious in their lodges. Then why do they have to hide what they do and keep it a secret? Why do Masons force new members to take oaths, promising never to reveal their lodge's secrets? An oath
She's probably fucking herself.
Broken. If they aren't hiding anything devious or evil, why operate in secrecy? Why force members to take this oath of secrecy if there's nothing to hide? It's obvious. It's because they know that if they're exposed for what they're really up to, the world would turn against them and it would be over for them. The rituals the members perform prove they aren't men of
You know
God,
he's doing
but of the devil.
well, you know?
These rituals get dark and disturbing.
He's cool.
And there is no way it's connected to Christianity in any way. This is exactly
I love Minnie.
named Elizabeth claims she
Yo,
witnessed from
he
her
is the
mom.
realest
Recently,
motherfucker I've
Elizabeth
ever
did
met.
an interview with the channel called Almost False, where she revealed that her father's involvement in Masonry made her susceptible to demonic attacks.
I guess,
Elizabeth
yeah.
reveals a lot about her
I
father's
don't real
involvement
too
in
much, you
Masonry
know.
and what members of his lodge did to
But
her and
yeah.
her siblings. In today's episode, we will be
You're still
breaking
my
down
bro.
some of the things Elizabeth claimed and explaining why those things happened. I won't be going over the full interview.
Don't
in
make
this
me tear
video,
up, man.
but if
Don't
you
make
want
me
to see the
tear up.
full interview, head over to Almost False's channel and watch it after this video. In the interview,
That brother.
Elizabeth claims that when she was growing up, her father was heavily into the occult.
He's cool.
Spells for people.
And he gets a lot of
eventually
shit.
opened up an occult magic shop where he sold occult material. Gabriel did readings and performed rituals for people. This
Nothing
shop
happened,
would
man.
end up
I'm just
going well
saying,
for
like,
Elizabeth's father,
people
which
need to
led
lay
him
off
shutting
him.
down after some time. Elizabeth claims
I
that
think
not
he's the
long after
coolest
this,
dude on
her
earth.
dad started taking mysterious trips. She claims these trips he was taking were with Freemasons, claiming that he would meet with these Masons in order to learn new rituals and then to be initiated into the order. Elizabeth claims that after taking these trips, he would return with large
Yes,
sums of
he's
money.
real.
She also talks about a Masonic shrine he had built in his home, where he would perform his occult rituals. Elizabeth goes on to state that her dad started rising in Masonic degrees rather quickly because of his involvement with the occult.
When he started that first early shop, it wasn't as successful. And I think it was, again, because he wasn't doing like those big, powerful spells. And I remember him having to shut that shop down. Then he opened up another shop, and this is when he started taking these trips. When my mom said it, he was caught up with these funny people. He was taking trips to Miami, taking trips to Las Vegas, and I'll never forget. Now, this was when he lived in this other house. He had gotten this special
I think he's amazing.
stature, like built in his altar room. It went all out. Like now, he had gone all out. He had a specific room dedicated. It had altars. It had this thing that I want to say took time to be drawn out, like mathematically and geometrically it had to be good, and he had a specific artist and carpenter to come and build
My phone's on 14%. The walrus, the Godzilla, the mammoth is in the living room.
About to be my early teens, but my brothers are older, and my brothers would say it like they actually were forced.
She's a mammoth mixed with a walrus.
Some of these trips,
fucking Jabba the Hutt looking bitch.
There to believe he was just gonna go out there and have some fun and probably get some merchants or something. But my older brothers described it. They were like, no, he was literally meeting with other Masons that was a part of lodges that knew spells. They were recruiting at that time, and he was desperate. You know, he was purchasing things like the book.
You guys saw her a minute ago.
Really dark spells and how to
I'm gonna draw.
Because that's a whole different game. And at these lodges, while he was having these meetings, my brothers would be there, and they described it to me because I never visited any of the lodges with him. But when he came back, I can tell that he was different. My dad was different, and now all of a sudden we started having money again. Like money started coming in. He didn't work. All he did was this, and yeah, it was definitely dealing with the Masons, and because he had already some background. They had recruited him at a certain level, and then he caught on really quickly because he had already been dabbling in a lot of it.
Shit, it's a mushroom with eyes.
Up to different ones, and that was
but I'm not finished yet.
Of the different meetings in other places. And
I do too.
He always came back with money. He always came back with a new either business idea or some kind of opportunity that would ace whatever he had going on.
Finished.
I definitely know that it wasn't nothing good because again, dark things to happen to all of us and within.
I give up. I need to find paper, man. Paper is what I need. Paper.
Led to dark things in her life. While the Masons claim to be a Christian organization, Christianity.
I do better with pen and paper than I do this fucking digital shit. Fuck this digital fucking world. I'm going back to analog. Analog, bro. That's where it's at. I fucking love analog shit.
That because he was so deeply involved in the occult before joining Masonry.
Oh man, my old sigil, man. What up?
This is because Masonry is based on occult magic. Anyone denying that is foolish. In the next part of this interview, Elizabeth speaks about the terrible things that started happening to her and her siblings after her father joined the Masons. Also, she explained how her father
my old sigil, man.
To Masonic lodges where they were allegedly SA'd by Masons at the lodge.
That there was a lot of darkness that came into it, which I think is important. It's another.
They're not what?
That, this is not just people meeting and talking about how to make the world better. Can you explain how?
That's my old sigil, man.
On your family, and if there's ever anything.
I'm gonna draw a mushroom.
So yes, like my brother, basically me and all my siblings went through some type of abuse whenever we were around him. And when we even told my mom about this, she was very mad because out of just trying to be a good co-parent, she allowed us to visit and be with him. But I had been molested. I was with him, and it was by another gentleman that at the time my dad, did kind of like hang out with, and I guess he was helping.
Bro, I know that feel, man. That fucks you up, man.
One of my siblings, my older brother, he even mentioned that when he went on the trip to Miami and he was at some place that looked like a lodge, kind of even like he said at the outside it almost looked like a church. If you know these places, they do come across as churches sometimes, but it was definitely a lodge because it was just
okay.
There. And when my dad left into another room,
I dabble in the occult, okay?
He was also one of the men that were in.
It's not an evil pentagram.
And then again,
it's right side up.
Never really talked about it, but I don't know if something that happened to him. But my sister, she also
can't wait till I be able to order that wig I need.
She was visiting my dad.
This fucking
a certain gentleman that
Bald
come and
ass
whisper
look.
and talk about these things like that also happened to her. And so this is like, I remember young, but then I also say like darkness just swept over
Looking like
the whole
Bozo
family
over
because then
here.
now me and my siblings all just started having issues with like depression and suicide and alcoholism and drugs. And, you know, people just described us all as just being crazy, you know, because we would in one moment one way and then in the other moment just completely change. You know, and then seeing my dad that way too. Like, there was never any time he just looked like this upstanding leader that was talking about
Let me
changing
see
the
how much
world
my phone is
and doing
at.
amazing things. No, he
It's
was
on
always shaking
10%.
a
I
lot.
can't
He was
go.
always shifting and who he was. And there would even be times where he didn't even recognize us.
I'm gonna draw
Because
some
obviously,
mushrooms
like,
and
he's bringing
shit.
us into places that's dangerous.
Some
And not thinking of
clouds.
anything of it, you know, because he's not in his right mind. And so that's what
I wish
that
I
would
could
say
go back
definitely
to
was
the
a
living
part of
room.
the darkness that was happening. So, no
I
one
am.
described to
It
me
is
what was
plugged
going
in,
on.
man.
My mom just used to say,
I had to turn
well,
down the
because your dad
brightness,
dealing with
man.
those spirits, that's why he's all crazy and in control. But I'll never forget, like, I'm going into my dad's house, and I'm like, hey, Dad, what's going on? And he's literally just like, his posture's different. He's swaying and moving.
That's my old
like
sigil.
his legs crossed, his voice has changed. And I'm looking at him like, what is going on? And so everyone wanted to use the word schizophrenic. They tried to say that my dad was schizophrenic. Maybe he was dealing with some type of multiple personality disorder. But how can you say that it's that when as I'm walking into his house, I literally am being flung across the room because a dark energy is in the house at the same time and trying to get me away from him? Or as I'm standing right there in front of his face, the person that's possessing him is saying to me, well, when you get to
It's
talk
plugged
to
in,
Father,
man.
make
It's
sure that
plugged
you
in.
tell him that in order to successfully do this spell, he's going to need this, he's going to need that, and he's going to need that. Oh, and just so you know, I know what you've been doing with those boys, and I'm going to tell your father, like, and then the spirit would literally say to me, like, what I did yesterday when my father was not around. So I would look and be like, who are you? Who are you and where's my dad? And oh, don't worry about what my name is. Just make sure you tell him my message. And all of a sudden, just like that, my dad would come back. Oh, Elizabeth, when did you get here? You just got here? Did you get to talk to her? And I was like, yeah, but who is her? He was like, don't worry about that. Just tell me what she said. You know, like, I just tell me what she said because I need to know. And I would just relay the message of the exact details of whatever this entity or the spirit was that was talking
I'm
through
gathering
my father.
inspiration.
And then he literally would get up out of his seat. He would write down everything I said. And he'd be like, come on, come with me. And we would go and we would grab whatever the materials that she said. And then he would say, he's like, thank you, because like I'm working on this spell for this lady. She's going to pay me $50,000. And I just needed the rest of it. So I had to ask her for help. Like, just like that. So I'm like, how is that schizophrenia when now I'm doing my own research and I'm like, the name that he said of the spirit, that spirit actually, you can go back into history and find evidence that spirit been around for a long time. And he literally was summoning them by purposely going by in the statue, creating an altar for them and putting their favorite foods and what like to drink and eat right there. We had parties and celebrations, giving them their offerings. So no, this is not schizophrenia. It can't be, you know? And so I would witness that. It was probably like 7 different ones. 7 different ones. Men, women, young, old, all different types that he was using them. And again, I was even scared.
As you heard for yourself, Elizabeth claims her and her siblings were SA'd by Masons at a lodge her father took them to, and even at their home. She also claims that her father would perform channeling rituals that would allow him to channel demonic deities, claiming that on many occasions she witnessed her father possessed by these
Let me see
demonic
what I can
spirits.
do.
These spirits would talk to her through her father and tell her things her father didn't even know about her. As far-fetched as this sounds, this is exactly what the Freemasons are all about, channeling demonic spirits. No matter what the Masons want us to believe, their rituals and their own lead members have already told us the truth about their organization. They are not about making good men great. They are about building the temple within man to the level of gods, creating their paradise in heaven here on earth. As they say, as above, so below. These Masons practice all type of disturbing rituals, some rituals being sex magic rituals. Like Elizabeth claims, some Masons use young people as young as they can get them for their rituals, which to me explains why after her father went on trips with her brother, he came back with large sums of money, and her brother was SA'd. It's obvious the father was being paid, and they were doing this to his children. The Shriners Masonic organization is heavily dedicated to children, creating many charity organizations, parade events, and even hospitals for children. In fact, all of this is often brought up to make the point that the Masons are so charitable and good people. Well, maybe this is just their front to be around children, and like Elizabeth tells us, they're up to no good with them. Elizabeth also talks about what happened to her because of her father's involvement in Masonry, claiming that eventually she became possessed and would be controlled by these spirits her father was channeling. She claims that she was eventually diagnosed with multiple personality disorder because of this. Believe it or not, this is actually the consequences for involving yourself with Masonry. When a person joins the Masons and they perform the initiation ritual and take the oath, they actually put a curse on their entire family. This pastor, who had a Freemason great-grandfather, talks about the generational curses attached to Masonic oaths. He explains that when a member takes the initiation ritual, they bring on curses onto themselves that passes on to the family.
Yeah, when you join the Freemason, although you usually aren't told all that you're signing up for at first, you are pledging yourself over to an entity, a spiritual entity, whose name is Jabulon. This is the ruling spirit of Freemasonry. And if you understand, I know you had Michael Heiser on here, so you understand a bit about principalities and powers and that sort of thing. Well, Jabulon is one of those principalities. But Jabulon is actually an unholy trinity. So in the Christian Trinity, we have the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
I don't know who Hugh Janus
unholy
is.
Trinity that is essentially blended together in an amalgamation of three separate gods. One is
I picked Purdue Global because I think having an online platform to learn is really great for the lifestyle I live and the best way for me to get an education. This is my comeback. Start yours today at purdueglobal.edu.
Let me call it Social Worker
Jah,
Monday.
which is a shortened form of the word Jehovah. And it's slightly modified as well. So the Jah of Jehovah is the Jah of Jabulon. And so in the Bible, we only work in the King James Bible. We don't use Jehovah anymore, but in the King James translation, we have J-E-H. Jah is J-A-H, but that's the root of it. And the Freemasons are famous for taking things, particularly out of the King James Bible, and incorporating them into their secret oaths and words and passwords. So we have Jah, and then we have Bull. Now, who's Bull? Well, most people who know anything about Christianity have heard of this god named Baal. Usually Americans just say Baal or Baal, but it's B-A-A-L. And so Baal is the Canaanite god of fertility. And so Bull in the Jabulon name, and this is no bull, is spelled B-U-L in that part of the word, but Bull is a modified form of Baal. Now we have this Jah entity, supposedly, Lord God Jehovah, mingled with the very god that he hates the most, Baal. And then we have An. Who is An in Jabulon? An is a shortened form of the name Anurus, who was the Egyptian god of war. And so Jabulon is a trinity of some modification of the Jewish god, the Canaanite god, and the Egyptian god. This is the trinity to whom they are swearing allegiance.
I mean, something wrong, I'll shout out to.
Later, as you go higher in the orders. Jabulon is actually a cipher. It's a code name Satan himself. The blessings and curses have to do with the fact that when you go through the Blue Lodge ritual, you are
saying something wrong
unto yourself blessings that will help you politically or economically. You are also taking unto yourself curses should you ever break the vows of secrecy or walk away from Freemasons. You pledge all of your progeny in perpetuity to service of Jabulon and the Lodge. That means you took a blood oath and you pledge your children, your grandchildren, your great-grandchildren, your great-great-grandchildren, forever and ever, amen, will serve Jabulon, who we've already said is a cipher for Satan himself, and the Masonic Lodge. And so when people are coming out of Freemasonry, they have to repent of that sin that their ancestor committed. In my case, it's my great-great-grandmother. But by the way, you might have other ancestors who are also in, so you might need to repent on behalf of each one of them as far as you know about them. And so you ask the Lord to cover that and to break these blessings and these curses. And then there are vows and covenants that are made that bind these blessings and curses to you. This is the nature of the way occultic rituals work. For those who have no experience, it sounds very, almost foolish, but trust me, I've done enough work in this area. This is what goes on in all of these kind of occultic societies and when they're engaging in their rituals. So the person renounces blessings and curses, vows and covenants, and then we have them renounce Jabulon and the pledge to the lodge, and then we command Jabulon out. And we also command out the spirit of infirmity and the spirit of death.
As you heard for yourself, this pastor states that when you take the Masonic oath, you're not only cursing yourself, but also your entire family, stating that these curses not only affect your spirit, but also your health. just like Elizabeth states happened to her after her father joined the Masons. The Masons swear alliance to Lucifer because he's the guide to forbidden knowledge. Lucifer isn't their friend though, but their enemy, using them to hurt God, as every soul God loses to Lucifer hurts him deeply. According to this pastor, a person that is related to the Masons in any way must denounce the Masons in order to break the curse, claiming that they also have to denounce it for their past relatives. Elizabeth, like many others, have exposed how Masonry not only ruined their father's life, but also hers, as being attached to these demons is far worse than the Masons claim. Unfortunately, many Masons that are in have no idea what they're involved in. They joined because of the brotherhood aspect or even the success that is rumored to be attached to it. But because they are lower in degrees, they never learned the truth about what they have pledged their souls to. This is why it's important that we not only call out the Masons and their agenda, but also prevent more souls from taking the oath. We have to wake people up because they're being deceived by these spirits. Well, I'm gonna end this one here. I want to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
I'm thinking Black Vegas, right here in Atlanta.
I see Atlanta. That's Black Mecca. You build our houses and love businesses, and we become kings.
I don't know who Robbie first matches, but shout outs. I think you're trolling me, but
The name of the library is Bibliotheca Philosophica Hermetica, the Library of Hermetic Philosophy. This library, with the rare books and manuscripts, altogether some 23,000 volumes.
The possibilities that I had to buy books was always combined with the task to produce every day a result as an entrepreneur. So I built a company and I made out of the profits of my company. But it is not so that the books come like birds into the house of treasures of Mr. Ripple. No, you have to make an effort to acquire them. I built a library, I bought books, I brought them together. The books, they are on the shelves. You have to open the information. Suddenly, you come to the point that you are not standing alone any longer. And that is the fantastic point, what I call the chain of initiates. We are invited to be members.
That's what I love most in this library, to see that in every single book in a different way, and a book doesn't stand alone, they stand together. They are like in a continuous conversation with each other, and that's what fascinates me.
By Western esotericism, we mean a set of currents, of movements, of authors that can go back basically to late antiquity and then through the Middle Ages, with a big revival in the early modern period during the Renaissance, and then which continue during the Enlightenment.
bro, I'm about to change this. This is like watching a lullaby.
20th century, basically up to
Shit.
our days.
Western esotericism is a study from the outside to the inner reality. You can call that occult streams, you can call that esoteric streams, you can call that hermetic streams. It is like to dive into all the different aspects of tradition.
Traditions that emerged and developed mostly in Europe and in the Mediterranean basin.
To compose an alphabet of understanding but it never gives the meaning of the language itself.
Approaching the divine, approaching kind of metaphysical
That's what I
reality,
drew.
are precisely what we can understand as the core of esotericism.
I was very interested in the human presence, but not as the end.
You see it okay?
At the beginning of the story, where I say, what is the man? Why he's here? He comes from the invisible, he lives here, and he disappears. If you look into the Hubble telescope, you can see this infinite universe, and you see
Obviously, we're not going to get around to
different
barbecuing
forms
today.
of energy that are, in a way, on the move. Perhaps we did not know, but we are experiencing a Big Bang again. We say you have the elements earth, water, air, and fire. But I believe for myself that there is a new element in the atmosphere. New element in the atmosphere. That what was invisible and came to mystery schools and under the protection of ceremonies, where there is an holiness, there this divine energy was kept as a secret. I think that divine energy is now available for billions, millions of persons. And that is the so-called.
I'm going to go for a bit.
Why? As they don't refer any longer, not a second longer, with the old tradition, with the old